The Law of Associative Priming. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Universal Principle, where we explore the fundamental principles that govern our universe and our minds. Today we're going to dive into one of the most fascinating and powerful principles that govern our brain's processing of information, the Law of Associative Priming. Now you may be wondering, what is associative priming and why it's so important? Well, think of it like this. Every time we're exposed to a stimulus, such as a word or an image, our brains automatically form associations with other related concepts and ideas. These associations are formed through repeated exposure to stimuli that are related to each other. For example, if you hear the word dog, your brain would start to form associations with other related concepts such as cat, pet, and leash. But here's the thing. The process of associative priming doesn't just occur on the conscious level. It also happens in the subconscious level, which means that even if we're not actively thinking about a particular concept, our brains are still forming associations between related stimuli. This can have a profound impact on our behavior, decision-making, and even our emotions. So what does this mean for us? Well, it means that the law of associative priming is one of the most powerful tools we have at our disposal to influence our own behavior and the behavior of others. Advertisers use it to create ads that trigger positive associations with their products, and psychologists use it to study how our brain processes information and form associations between different concepts. But it's not just limited to advertising and psychology. The law of associative priming has implications across a wide range of fields, from neuroscience and education to politics and social activism. It's a fundamental principle that governs the way we process information and form associations between different ideas and concepts. So join me on the Universal Principle as we dive into the fascinating world of associative priming and discover how this powerful principle can shape our behavior, our thoughts, and our emotions. It's going to be a thrilling and eye-opening journey that you won't want to miss. What is the law of associative priming? The law of associative priming is a phenomenon in which previous stimuli influences how people respond to subsequent stimuli. This form of priming can be perceptual, associative, repetitive, positive, negative, affective, somatic, and conceptual. For example, if someone is exposed to a certain word or phrase before being asked to recall something related to it, they may be more likely to remember the associated information. In addition to trying memory recall, the law of associative priming can also affect our processing speed. Positive priming makes us process information faster and reduce the time required for memory retrieval. On the other hand, negative priming can slow down our processing speed and increase the time needed for memory retrieval. The law of associative priming has been studied intensively in psychology experiments and has been found to have a significant impact on how we perceive and interact with the world around us. It is an important concept that helps us understand how our minds work and how we can use this knowledge to improve our lives. Creating connections. The law of associative priming is a fundamental principle that governs how our brains process information and form associations between different concepts and ideas. It is based on the idea that exposure to one stimuli can make us more likely to respond to another stimulus that's related to it. As we shared earlier, when we hear the word dog, your brain automatically forms associations with other concepts and ideas that are related to dogs, such as cat, pet, and leash. This process of forming associations is known as associative priming. And it occurs because our brains are wired to create connections between different pieces of information. The law of associative priming has important implications for a wide range of fields, from marketing and advertising to psychology and neuroscience. For example, advertisers can use associative priming to create ads that trigger positive associations with their products, such as using images of happy families and friends to promote a brand of beer. In psychology, researchers have used associative priming to study how our brains process information and form associations between different concepts. They have found that priming effects can be long-lasting and even influence our behaviors without us realizing it. The law of associative priming is a powerful tool that can help us understand how our brains work and how we can use that knowledge to influence our own behavior and the behaviors of others. By learning more about the fundamental principles, we can gain a deeper understanding of the way our brains process information and form associations between different ideas and concepts. Forming associations. The process of associative priming can occur both consciously and unconsciously. For example, if you're consciously thinking about a concept of car, your brain may automatically form associations with other related concepts such as driving, traffic, and road. But even if you're not consciously thinking about the concept of car, your brain may still form these associations unconsciously if you're exposed to stimuli that are related to cars, such as seeing a car on the road or hearing the sound of a car's engine. Associative priming can have a significant impact on our behavior and decision making. For example, if you're exposed to stimuli that are associated with positive emotions, such as images of happy people or upbeat music, you may be more likely to make a positive decision or feel more optimistic about a situation. Conversely, if you're exposed to stimulus that are associated with negative emotions, such as images of violence or sad music, you may be more likely to make negative decisions or feel more pessimistic about your situation. The law of associative priming has been studied intensively, and researchers have found that it can have a wide range of implications. As shared earlier, advertisers may use associative priming to create ads that trigger positive associations with their product, such as using images of attractive people to promote a brand of clothing. Additionally, psychologists may use associative priming to study how our brains process information and form associations between different concepts. The law of associative priming is a fundamental principle that governs how our brain processes information and forms associations between different concepts and ideas. By understanding how associative priming works, we could gain a deeper insight into our own behavior and decision-making process, as well as the behaviors and decision-making processes of others. This knowledge can be applied in a wide range of fields, from marketing and advertising to psychology and neuroscience, and can ultimately help us to make more informed decisions and lead more fulfilling lives. Advertising campaigns. Advertisers are constantly looking for ways to create a positive association between their brand and their target audience. One way they do this is by using associative priming in their advertising campaigns. For example, a clothing brand might use images of attractive and fashionable people in their advertisement to trigger positive associations with their products. By doing so, they are tapping into the viewer's subconscious desire to look good and be stylish, which will increase the likelihood that they will purchase the brand's clothing. Another example of associative priming in advertising is the use of music. Advertisers may choose to use a particular song or jingle in their ads to trigger positive emotions in the viewer. This can create a positive association between the brand and the emotion the music elicits, which can increase the viewer's likelihood of buying the product. In addition to video and auditory stimuli, advertisers may also use other forms of associative priming, such as color. For example, fast food chains often use the color red and yellow in their branding because these colors have been shown to increase hunger and stimulate the appetites in viewers. Associative priming is a powerful tool that advertisers use to create a positive association between their brand and their target audience. By targeting to the viewer's subconscious desire and emotions, advertisers can increase the likelihood that viewers will purchase their products. However, it's important to note that there are ethical considerations when it comes to using associative priming in advertising, as it can be manipulative and potentially harmful if used irresponsibly. You know what? Let's look at additional examples of associative priming. Food and beverage industry. Associative priming is widely used in food and beverage industry to trigger positive associations with the products. For example, A brand of soda may use images of people having fun and enjoying themselves while drinking their product to create a positive association with the idea of having a good time. Automotive industry. In the automotive industry, associative priming is used to create positive association with their vehicles. For example, a car manufacturer may use images of a car driving through a scenic landscape to create a positive association with the idea of adventure and freedom. Technology companies often use associative priming to create positive association with their products by using images of people using their products in a positive and productive way. For example, a laptop manufacturer may use images of someone using their laptop to work on a beautiful beach, which creates a positive association between the laptop and the idea of freedom and productivity. Travel industry. The travel industry often uses associative priming to create positive association with their destinations. For example, a travel company may use images of white sandy beaches and crystal clear water to create a positive association with the idea of relaxation and tranquility. Health and wellness industry. The health and wellness industry often uses associative priming to create positive association with their products. For example, a brand of vitamins might use images of happy and healthy people to create a positive association with their products and the idea of being healthy. Cosmetic industry. In the cosmetic industry, associative priming is often used to create positive association with their products by using images of beautiful, flawless skin. For example, a brand of foundation might use images of models with smooth, glowing skin to create a positive association with the products and the idea of flawless skin. Jewelry industry. The jewelry industry often uses associative priming to create positive association with their products by using images of luxury and glamour. For example, a brand of diamond earrings might use images of a red carpet event with celebrities wearing jewelry to create a positive association with their product and the idea of elegance and luxury. Luxury handbag industry. Luxury handbag brands often use associative priming to create positive association with their products by using images of celebrities carrying their bags. For example, a brand of a luxury handbag may use images of a famous actress carrying their bag on the street to create a positive association with their product and the idea of exclusivity and sophistication. Fragrance industry. In the fragrance industry, associative priming is often used to create positive association with their products by using images of romance and seduction. For example, a brand of perfume might use images of a couple in a romantic setting to create a positive association with their product and the idea of love and attraction. Luxury watch industry. Luxury watch brands often use associative priming to create positive association with their products by using images of success and accomplishment. For example, a brand of luxury watches might use images of successful businessmen wearing their watch to create a positive association with their product and the idea of success and achievement. Overall, associative priming is a widely used tool in the advertising industry across different industries. By creating positive associations with their products, advertisers can increase the likelihood that customers would choose their products over their competitors. However, as I shared earlier, it's important to be aware of the ethical considerations and potential harm that arise from using associative priming in advertising. And that's a wrap in today's episode of The Universal Principle. We explored the fascinating world of the Law of Associative Priming and what a journey it's been. From understanding how our brains process information and form associations between different concepts, to exploring how advertisers use this powerful tool to create positive associations with their products, we've seen how the law of associative priming can influence our behaviors, our thoughts, and even our emotions. But more than that, we've seen how this fundamental principle is a universal law that governs not just our minds, but our entire universe. It's a principle that applies across a wide range of fields, from marketing and advertising to psychology, neuroscience, and even politics and social activism. So as we close today's show, I urge you to remember the power of associative priming and the impact it can have on your life. Pay attention to the stimuli around you and be aware of the association your brain is forming. Use this knowledge to make informed decisions, influence others positively, and ultimately lead a more fulfilling life. Thank you for joining me in this exciting and enlightening journey into the law of associative priming. Until next time, this is the Universal Principle signing off. I'm Leroy Glover, and I thank you for your attention.